It does take strength to walk away from what's not working.
And realize that you're worthy of the peace.
Yeah.
You're worthy of a certain kind of love that you crave.
A divorce is traumatic.
Oh, yeah. When everything became about his happiness, and was I good enough for him, constantly questioning that. And I'm like, you don't even have self-love.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you're not doing anything just out of pure joy. You're in survival mode, and you can't even recognize the woman that's in the mirror anymore.
Don't let someone or something take you out of your elements of being who you are.
It's hard. And then being embarrassed at not doing what I know. So now I'm like this closeted, pop off, people pleasing person. I then go into my real life, and I'm a patient.
Yeah.
Like, God, I just want to be within your will.
Yeah.
And honestly, he was like, well, I told you this wasn't my will. I'm trying to help you grow. You're trying to change that man.
Yes.
It was being in the word in totality.
Yeah.
Like, nothing could separate me from God's love, not even divorce.
That's right. That was what kept me here on this earth. When you have these babies that are dependent on you.
I just was waiting for the next betrayal.
Yeah, same. And I ignored all the flags.
Yeah,
of course you do.
All the flags.
Because I'm
It looks like a love bubble to me.
Yeah.
This red flag, that's a heart.
Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Beauty Told, your relationship podcast where we take your challenges, struggles, and we take the topics that you are really like so down and out and trying to figure out, what do I do next? Well, we're going to help you out. We talk about it, we deep dive into it, but the overall goal is getting you the positive change you're looking for and healthier relationships for all. So welcome y'all to another episode. Y'all already know it's your girl, Britt, and I have yet again another great, fabulous, wonderful guest with me today. And she sure look like no stranger, y'all, because if y'all follow me on the pull-up experience, then y'all will know that me and her have actually encountered each other once before, and I got to learn a lot about her story. I was inspired by your story, and in my head, I said, I'm going to have her on my podcast. So look at what God has done. And she shown up is here. And without further ado, I'm going to let you introduce yourself to my beauties and gents. And then we're going to get into this topic, girl.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here. I'm Stephanie Lewis. I'm a licensed professional clinical counselor with a supervisory endorsement. I've been a therapist for about 20 years. And I also do a lot of public speaking and training. I'm just so happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. Like, this is so comfortable. And y'all, this couch is just as comfortable as it looks on the other episodes. I'm locked in.
Oh,
Thanks for adding me.
well, of course, and I'm glad I could lay out, I would say the red carpet, but I laid out the black couch for you, girl, so we
Listen.
can get nice and comfy, cozy.
So cozy.
Good. Well, that makes it even better for us to have our discussions. And oh, don't y'all forget now, we got at the end, so y'all got to stay tuned to the end in order for y'all to get what's the tea. Because yet again, I had someone who wrote in to me, or should I say DM me, and we are going to take this situation. Me and my girl Steph are going to talk about it, and we're going to get to the resolution. So y'all want to make sure y'all tune in and stay tuned so we can find out what's going on. All right now. So listen, with this topic here, and see, it was so good, I almost forgot. Of course, Faith Journal, y'all. Y'all know it got updated. I held on to my original Faith Journal as long as I could. So this is a new updated one. My mama got it for me, y'all. So shout out to mama.
Making moves.
Yeah, no, she doing big things out here. And so we are going to talk about, listen, when it comes to rebuilding after a breakup, listen, there's so much with it, but there is power in pain. So I hope y'all ready for this topic. So again, as we are in and out the year, and again, I am well aware that it's cuffing season, whatever. But for some of us that the light bulb hits, and we're just like, I deserve better. I deserve the right person. I deserve that happily ever after. Like, we are here for you. And as both being divorcees, it can be tough to let someone go. In fact, I remember watching a clip from Lala Anthony,
Mhm.
and she couldn't have said it better. That she said that it's easy to stay in a situation that's not doing well for
Yeah, I
you.
saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had to say that one because I'm like, it is easy to just stay and keep enduring and keep falling for the okey dokes and
Oh, yeah.
keep on, devaluing yourself. It's easy to do that.
It's comfortable.
It's so comfortable
So
and
comfortable.
it's familiar. So you're just
Mhm.
like, I don't know if I'm ready for that change. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
But when you really decide to have the strength, because it does take strength to walk away from what's
Mhm.
not working, that's where it can become a
Oh,
challenge,
yeah,
you
and
know?
self-worth. It has to tap into
Yeah.
that self-worth, and realize that you're worthy of the peace.
Yes.
You're worthy of a certain kind of love that you crave.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
nothing wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with you to
Yeah.
desire that. And oftentimes in relationships, we think that it's something wrong with us or we're not good enough in that space. And so we
Mhm.
stay because now that relationship defines us when we had an identity before.
Yeah.
You are worthy. You are
Oh
worthy.
yes.
I'm worthy.
I like that. You are worthy. And you are. You absolutely are. And I am, as well as Steph, are here to, you don't mind me calling you Steph, girl.
No,
Because
call me.
I don't know why I just keep on, I just want to hear my nicknames. So me and Steph, like, we
Yeah.
just been best buddies since 2003.
Listen, in healing, and didn't even know it.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Because listen, like I said, when I heard your story, I was like, oh my gosh, it's not just me
No.
that has went through something so traumatic because,
Oh yes.
a divorce is traumatic
Oh yeah.
because
It's a death.
nobody, yeah, it is definitely a death.
Yeah.
And it's a death that you were not expecting. Nobody goes into
Mhm.
a relationship that you really are feeling or a marriage with the intention of, oh, I can't wait to break up this person. Or I can't wait to get a
Never.
divorce from this person. Like, no, you really see the future. You really see the long term.
Yes.
So when it doesn't pan out the way that you thought, like it's crushing.
Oh, it definitely is.
It is crushing. So I wanted to bring you on the comfy couch. I wanted to come in on this episode because I want to talk about, well, we can start off with when things were well, when things were good in your marriage, when
Okay.
things were going the way it should be. What was the turning point where you realized like, no, this
Mm.
is not working?
Oh man, when I lost myself, when I realized I couldn't see
Mhm.
my own love for self,
Mhm.
um, clearer than the love for him.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
what was a turning point
Oh,
when everything became about his happiness
yep.
and was I good enough for him?
Yep.
What why didn't he love me or why wouldn't he turn to me? And that was really after adultery, right? And so it was just constantly questioning that.
Yep.
And I'm like, you don't even have self-love. How can you even expect him to
Yep.
turn to you when you're not even facing you?
Yeah.
And that is when it clicked for me. Like, wait a minute, Stephanie, who are you? Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
where's your self love? What do you need? What do
Right.
you need? Right? What do you want beyond the family, the house, the marriage, everything that you think is
Yeah.
making this worth it?
Mhm.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Gone. She
Right.
had been gone.
Girl, yeah.
She
I
had
mean,
been gone. Like, and so that clicks for me because I'm like, I don't do anything that I love. And when I am
yeah.
doing things that I love, it's out of survival mode. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Straight survival mode. So it's to recover from a
Mhm.
pain, to come back and be able to deal with the conflict that we had, not being on the same page.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you're not doing anything just out of pure joy. You're in survival mode and you can't even recognize the woman that's in the mirror
Mm.
anymore.
Ooh, yeah, girl.
That's when it clicked to reevaluate what's going on, what's
Was
really going on here, and what's my level of attachment to the
mhm.
relationship,
Yeah.
to the marriage, to the identity versus to the actual love and companionship
Mhm.
and purpose.
No, that's good. And I couldn't have said it better because, I too, when I was in the marriage, everything's always starting off, it starts off great, I guess, the honeymoon phase, so
Mhm.
you're not really seeing, the real raw reality of what's to come,
No.
And I know for me, I've had in the past because I'm a, words have power and I'm a speak this into existence
Yep.
because I'm no longer a people pleaser, but I was when I was married. And that
Mm.
people pleasing will really set
Yeah.
you up because now I become a yes, sir, and yes, honey, and all the things. And like you said, you lose yourself because you're so busy pleasing that
Oh, yeah.
person.
Oh, yeah. And let's not talk about when pleasing doesn't work and then you get mad. Because I started to get fired up. Like, let's be clear. I wasn't an angel in this either. Okay. Like,
Yes.
I'm just going to be fully transparent.
No.
When you get tired of people pleasing and it's
Yeah.
not working, then you start popping off. You go from people pleasing to popping off
Yep.
in an instant.
Oh, for
You
sure.
can't recognize yourself because now you feel with bitterness and resentment and anger, and you want them to pay and understand your pain, and that's ugly too.
Yeah.
People pleasing can just be something that is prescribed to you, even in childhood. Like I realized, like this is something that I've identified with for a long time and didn't even
Same.
realize it. In friendships too.
Yeah.
Friendships, some core friendships where I'm like, it's all about them. It's not about me at all.
Yeah.
And then I get resentful when I don't have anything left to give because I've given from an empty cup.
Absolutely.
So it's rough. It's so rough. But
It
I
is.
too am not a people pleaser.
That's right. We've been
Okay.
delivered, girl.
We've been delivered. Okay. And I'm not popping off either.
Yeah.
No more popping.
No more popping off. And so for my beauties, that's a good point. So for my beauties, don't let someone or something take you out of your elements of being who you are. Because I don't know about you, Steph, but I know when I would do the popping off, because like you said, when I don't feel like I'm being heard now, I got to make myself be heard. And then they'll flip it around on you.
Oh yeah, you're crazy.
Like, oh, you're crazy. And I'm like,
she lost her mind.
yeah, like, oh, you shouldn't be acting like this. Like, where all this come from?
Yeah.
It's you.
Oh
You
yeah.
did this. Like, you maybe, your person that you are closest to they know what buttons to push.
Oh yeah.
And I will fall for the trap every freaking time. And I'm just like, Brittany, this is not you. So to your
becomes
point,
a cycle. It becomes a cycle.
it becomes a nasty
And
cycle.
you're like, you're stuck in that cycle.
Mhm.
And it starts to define the relationship. And I'm a therapist. So imagine me in this and knowing better, but having a hard time to do better.
Mm.
It's hard. And then being embarrassed at not doing what I know. So now I'm like this closeted, like pop off, people pleasing person that has to like put on for my clients, and I'm doing that work, but it became a job. So my purpose became a job because I'm not actually living in my personal life, in my purpose. So I have this incongruent identity, right? After sessions, I then go into my real life, and I'm a patient.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
And it's tough. It's so tough.
Girl, yes, it is. And so many times I tried to leave that man at that time. And then he would use, the other tactics to be like, oh, like, you're just going to give up on our family. Because, they do make you feel bad because when you have children involved, it's not as easy.
No.
So for my beauties or gents, that have the children, it does become a little bit harder to make that final decision to walk away. So what was it for you, Stephanie, that you realized that it had to go beyond the love and care that you have for your children and, choose you?
That's probably the hardest part.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I gotta sit with that. So, it took a lot of work in my faith. I had to get on my knees.
Amen.
I had to be on my knees.
Yes, ma'am.
And ask God, like, is this okay?
Same.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Can I go? Am I being selfish? Is this going to harm him? I'm about to break his heart and break down his identity.
Yeah. All he knew.
And of all that he knew for me, like, is that okay, Lord?
Yeah.
Is that okay? And I just continuously prayed for my ex-husband and my son and us and alignment. Like, God, I just want to be within your will.
Yeah.
And
same.
honestly, he was like, well, I told you this wasn't my will. Like, if I'm honest, pretty, like, I knew.
Girl.
You knew, didn't you?
I knew.
We always know.
I knew.
We always know. But it's what I think is most important for your beauties to hear is, listen to yourself, your heart, that voice. That's
Yeah.
God's voice guiding you. And don't make decisions to attach to people,
Mm.
relationships, anything because of what you think you want in the moment.
Wow.
Really, really, really assess if it's in God's will.
Mhm.
It's so
That's a
important
good
because you're going to
tip.
end up having to do a lot of undoing to get
Yeah.
back to it. But when you get back to it, okay, 1 year on the other side in love. Shout out to her 1 year anniversary.
Shout out to my boo.
You doing a good job. You doing a good job. That's a good man.
Yes. Yes,
I
yes.
can tell by the glow on her. I don't even know you, sir. Okay.
He is a good man though, y'all. He is. I love that quote from that movie. Yeah, listen. You better say it, girl.
But true, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. You get there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of undoing.
It
It's a
is.
lot of undoing.
It is. And I love that you spoke on, because, honey, when I say my relationship with God was like super, like, I don't even like, I could put my fingers tight enough. It became so solid with me and God because that's all I had.
Yeah.
That's all I had. When this man was steadily going with Miss Thing and doing what he wanted to with her, and I'm left by myself on my knees praying,
With
Lord,
kids.
please, with the children. And honestly, it was a down point in my life where that was what kept me here on this earth, because there was, the devil likes to play with the mind. And I was like, I don't want to keep going through this type of hurt and pain. Like, I should just end it, end it all. And I'm just so glad that God helped me realize, but that's a selfish thing when you have these babies that are dependent on you. And girl, that broke me even more, because I'm like, you're right. I got to be here. If I don't need to be here for me, I need to at least be there for them. And eventually I realized that, I need to be here for me too.
Yeah.
But like, they were the reason that kept me breathing. Yeah, it got really bad. And when I say I still have not gotten gusty enough to really read through my journals, because God made me journal every single day. Y'all know the good, the bad, and ugly every single day. I gave God my word I would do that. And that was a challenge.
Yeah.
Because then you start to really, when you deep dive into your Bible, and you're just like, Lord, I know marriage supposed to be forever. Like,
Yeah.
man must, so then you're conflicting with that.
Oh yeah.
So how did you overcome that part where, the word starts to, or people's manipulation of the word starts to interfere with your decision?
I think it's Romans 8. For nothing can separate you from the love of God.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It was being in the word in totality.
Yeah.
Like, nothing can separate me from God's love, not even divorce.
That's right.
Not even divorce. So I just stayed focused on salvation that is free. Like, I'm so busy trying to do everything perfect when Jesus died.
Yeah.
Because I'm imperfect.
The ultimate one. Yeah.
Like, because I'm imperfect. So that was one, right? I knew nothing could separate me from God's love, period, no matter what I did. Number 2, no one was in there dealing with the conflict that I was dealing with.
Yeah.
It started to spread out in all areas of my life. Like, I became this angry, impulsive, sad woman that couldn't even be present. I just was waiting for the next betrayal.
Yeah, same.
Constantly waiting for the next betrayal. That weighed more to me than the lie. Like, this is like happily ever after, and I have to fight for this. No, I have to fight to break this cycle so my son knows how a woman should be loved. So that was the next piece. And so what I realized is, I wanted my son to grow up and respect me.
Yeah.
As a woman, the woman that I am, not the woman that I had to be to stay in with his dad.
Wow.
Because I'm like, I'm going to get older, and my son's going to become a man, and he's not even going to know me.
Girl.
That hit. It was like, seriously, no. Smack her up.
Yes.
Because who am I to steward this child in this way? And why? I want him to know me, and I want him to grow up to be a man that I respect.
Yeah.
Right. And I want to give his dad an opportunity to be happy so that he can be the man that he wants to be for his son. Because I'm sure these men didn't want to be that to us in front of their son.
That's true.
You know, the enemy
That's
was working
true.
in them too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I don't blame you, ex-husband. Okay. Our son is good and at peace because of where we are now.
Yeah.
And that has been the validation of all time.
Yeah.
Mm.
No.
Everybody is at peace.
No, and I think that's definitely God's doing with that. You know what I mean? Because He is the Prince of Peace. You know what I mean? And He helps to, because it don't, like I told you guys in previous episodes, it don't have to get well, it gets a little nasty, but then it can get better. It can, and now I mean, now let me not paint.
We going through it's like mine. You know, the mines, people who miners, they underground, dirty.
Yeah,
they could die.
Yeah,
they can't breathe good.
That
they come out with that diamond, with that dirt all over their face.
Yes, honey.
With that diamond, like, oh, you know, that moment. It's like, oh.
It was all worth it because here's the glorious
Look,
precious.
it's just 5 carats.
Yes, okay. 5 carats can't wait, boo. You know what you're saying?
Next song you'll hear, we're gonna be like, y'all already know y'all gonna be like, look y'all, look what God did, look what can happen.
So listen, we are living, breathing testimonies that once you get through the murky middle of it, because that's really what it was. Like, I had to do a lot of battling with what's right, what's wrong. Like you said, I knew I had this huge gut feeling. I was like, this don't feel right. I didn't tell like none of my family and friends. Like, we kind of like eloped in a way. So it's like, so it was like I was doing it in secret. So was it really, Now, mind you, great father. We co-parent very well. So shout out to ex-hubby, as I'm just saying.
Shout out
to ex-hubby, because we were able to really do what's important for the children.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to give kudos to him because he took on the task of my oldest son that is not biologically his to still decide to stay. That is a choice, to decide to stay and still be a father to him. So I am forever grateful for that. Yeah. And like I said, it probably shouldn't have went as far as marriage because we really didn't know each other. It really didn't it started off with toxicity from an ex. So it was just so much. And I ignored all the flags.
Yeah, of course you do.
All the flags.
Because it looks like a love bubble to me. Yeah. This red flag, that's a heart. Like, you take that flag and it's like, no, that's a heart.
Yes, that's what we see, we have selective vision, that's selective hearing. You get selective vision. So, you ignore all the things. And I really feel like in the midst of the marriage that God was blessing my mess because that wasn't who He had intended for me to have. Yeah. But it's like, okay, well, since you did what you did, I'm just gonna have to roll with it. Yep. I'm gonna do my part to try to make this work. Yep. However, this wasn't supposed to be. Right. And it is what it is. So what would you say for someone who, is watching or listening and they're at the most painful point that they've ever experienced? What would you say is the light in a dark place that they can be able to find to get them out of this rut that they're in? They're in that murky middle, and that murky middle ain't nothing to play with.
That murky middle,
baby, it's horrible. I just went there. Like, I just went there in my mind. The only light you could access is the light. It's the author of light. Yeah. And that's your Father. Yeah. Our Father. It's no other way. Yeah. Prayer. Seriously. Stay in the Word and community. Like some community that you can be honest with. Because I think that middle gets murky and dark. Because you think about murkiness, dark and wet and alone, right? Yeah. You gotta have community. You have to. That you can be honest with. Because in the murky middle, Brittany, we lying. We're still lying. Yeah. You just put on heavier concealer. You just put on the eyeliner gets thicker and thicker and lashes get longer. Sure, we try to beautify this thing. Okay. So lean into your faith, pray, have a community, tell someone the whole truth. Yeah. And I truly believe journaling, that is so important because it's a flow of thought.
that is not interrupted. When we speak, we do a lot of pausing and we do a lot of retracting
Mhm.
in our unconscious, in our subconscious. But when you write,
Yeah.
it's flowing freely. And so that's going to be so important to stay encouraged.
Yeah, definitely.
Stay encouraged. This too shall pass is real. It
Yeah,
will pass.
that's a good one.
What
And you know
about you?
what?
What you think?
I listen. You couldn't have said it better myself because as I told y'all, and for the ones that really is rocking with your girl since day one, y'all already know. Journaling was what, so that was my
Mm.
assignment.
Mm.
When I thought, so silly me, when I started the journey, I'm like, Lord, restore my marriage, restore my marriage.
Yes.
And the assignment he gave me was, okay, then I need you to every single day journal what you're experiencing. And I never understood it. I didn't understand. There were many times I wrote in this journal, and I mean, tears are flowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it is the most painful thing to have to kind of go into that, inner place and bring that out and put it on paper and
Mhm.
have it in front of your face to have to read or
Mm.
sometimes reread. And then I'm re-crying the next day
Mm.
because of what I wrote yesterday. So it is, but I know I understand it now, but I didn't understand it then. So now it helps me to realize that what I've been through, because I mean, I meant to bring those journals so y'all could see. I'm gonna see if Brie can take a picture. It's a stack of them. I was dedicated to what I gave God. I told him that I would fully submit to him and I would fully put my marriage in his hands. And if it's meant to be, it will be.
Yes.
And when
Same.
it wasn't, God gave me the clearest sign I've ever seen in my life. And that's how I knew that it was safe to be able
Yes.
to end it. And I haven't had any regrets, not 1% of a regret
Yeah.
since then. So
Same.
that's how I know it was him. Because if it was something where I was doing it out of my will
Oh, yeah.
or doing it my will and way versus his,
Yep.
then I would have that conflicting,
Yes, you would.
yeah.
Yes, you would.
I've never had any experiences of that because I knew that it was God that answered my prayer. And I said, Lord, speak to me like I'm 5 years old. Give
Yeah.
it to me plain, because sometimes I act a little slow. So if you got to hit me upside the head with a stop sign,
Mm-hmm.
do what you got to do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that it's you. So definitely that community was key.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
glad you brought that up because everybody can't be your community.
No.
And I,
People who are in your community in the marriage may not be able to be your community in the
baby,
transition.
mm-mm, no.
Mm-mm.
You got to be very selective. So that brings up a good point. How do you find the trusted individuals of your community that will help you make and keep the right decision?
Yeah. Bernie, I think it's that one person you can always be honest with.
Mhm.
Not the person that you're complaining and fussing about the
Right,
marriage with
right.
all the time, and then y'all blow it out. Not the person blow it off. Not the person who is pushing marriage out of guilt or normalizing
Yeah.
toxicity, right?
Mhm.
But the person who you've been honest with from the beginning. The
Okay.
person you've been honest with from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like really, really honest.
Mhm.
And so it's all about the trusted community is all about how honest you are from
Yeah.
the beginning
Yeah.
and that they have your best interests in heart. No bias, gonna pray for you, gonna
Mhm.
hold you, and trusting God's timing. Because one thing you said, Bernie, that stuck out to me so hard is that you knew it was safe. It was the time, it was the
Yeah.
appointed time
Yeah.
that you could leave. That's safe. Timing is everything.
Yeah.
So if
For
anything
sure.
feels rush and crisis oriented and chaotic, it's
It
probably
ain't
not
right.
trusted, safe
Yeah.
community, and it ain't right. Flat out,
Ain't right.
it ain't right.
It ain't.
Period. It ain't right. It's a release.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
release.
Girl. And it felt like that when you get that confirmation.
Oh yeah.
It is a freeing in that. And then there's no other way to explain it. You know what I mean? Because you know that you've made the right decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no more questions, no more doubts, because the devil likes to fill you with the doubts and
Yeah.
the what ifs and the shoulda, woulda, couldas. But when you have God he's a straightforward guy. He gonna give it to you straight. Me and him had that relationship like this. We
Yeah.
still got it. We're like,
Same.
yo, God, like, listen.
And he's your provider. I think the other thing about the murky middle
Mm-hmm.
is that it reveals how you idolize that husband or that wife.
Ooh, girl,
So we think
yeah.
about idols like a Buddha. Buddha is an idol, right? Like, and it's a big
Mm-hmm.
gold crisscross leg man, right? Yeah, everybody know what Buddha.
Everybody knows what
And
Buddha
what do
is.
they do with the idol? And they go to Buddha and they go and they submit themselves to the idol, right? They
Yeah.
think that this idol is going to bring them things. That's their belief. Well, we don't realize in marriages we do that with our spouse.
Me too.
Even if you're not married, you do that in your relationship, I'm sure. And it's not a judgment, but you have to be careful because when you get to the murky middle of that separation, what you're realizing is that you've depended on this person for joy,
Yeah.
happiness, finances,
Mhm.
identity, self worth,
Mm.
confidence, companionship, friendship, advice, right? Sound like God to me.
Yeah.
So we can make these folks a little g's, little gods,
Yeah.
right? Lowercase g's.
That's good.
And then when we separate from them, you're breaking down that idol. So you imagine like people who Buddhists, they break, it's imagine someone knocking down Buddha, like cracking them down. People who have been submitted and bringing offerings to this Buddha, that's going to break them down. So when we have all that type of submission to the husband or the wife, and I don't mean God's submission because it's different.
Oh yes.
Because
Totally
that the man submits to God, God submits to the wife, to the husband. Sorry, the woman submits to the husband. The husband submits
because
to
he
God.
submits to God,
Right.
right?
And so is that
Mhm.
umbrella, that umbrella visual, God,
Yep.
husband, wife,
That's
children.
right.
Not like that. I'm talking like God ain't in it.
Mm.
You just thinking about this man only.
Yeah.
That separation is a breaking of the idol. And so if we go into new relationships, making sure we don't idolize that person, then you might not have that murky middle again.
Yeah.
I think my murky middle is because my ex-husband was my idol.
Oh yeah. Same here.
1,000, especially when
Same here.
he gave me a son.
Mm.
Now you done made me a mother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're my idol.
Yeah.
You're my
Okay.
idol.
Girl, yeah, it's easy to do. And I think
Mm.
that was another thing I learned through. So I love that you mentioned that you can't rush
Oh.
the confirmation and the timing of things because had I rushed, that was a year and a half, by the way, that I fought teeth and nail for this marriage.
I think mine was a year and a half too.
Half, girl. Ooh, okay, well, God doing something because clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a year and a half. And I know this because
Oh,
you
wow.
had me documented all. Thank you, Lord.
Hey man, timeline, timestamp.
I'm like, okay, this is interesting. But it's so funny because if I really got in depth and get to reading through all the journals, I can see the lowest of lows. I can see the highest of highs. I can see the murky middle when it happened. And I can see the turning point, the shift. Because that was my word that year was shift. And things started shifting in a way that I didn't know. And it was so dynamic the way that God worked it out. And I'm glad and thankful now because I didn't want to skip a step in that.
Yeah.
Even if it means I had to go to that lowest of low place, it helped me to appreciate when he brought me to the higher point
Yes.
where I done came from. So
Yes.
it's so much that I'm forever indebted to the Lord like I wasn't before. But I'm forever indebted because it helped me become a better me. Because to your point, when it came to that point where I had to separate physically from my husband at that time, where I asked him he had to leave because we couldn't be under the same household. And you still gonna be doing this ridiculousness of
Yeah.
spending 4 5 days with her and then coming no, as if nothing happened. No, we can't be. I'm just not gonna keep this open door policy going. So I know there was fear and there was anxiety with that, and I told God, I said, God, what do I do? Because this is all I knew financially. We were splitting things.
Same.
So what I'm gonna do once I told him he got to go, like how I'm gonna be able to pay bills, right? Like, because that was me putting it on him.
Yes, as your provider.
The lower G God.
The lower
versus not realizing that the God that we serve is higher and greater.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when girl, when I tell you that when God gave me the confirmation to use the Abraham in the Bible when he asked Hagar, was it Hagar?
Mm-hmm.
When he told Hagar and Ishmael that they had to leave, per Sarah's request. And, he had her pack all their things, pack them some water, like set them up for their journey, not just kick them out. God ain't the guy that'll do that. But he made sure that they were set up and as far as had all the supplies that they need to be able to make their journey to have to depart ways. And God had me do that. I think y'all heard my story. God had me wash all them darn clothes, and I folded them very neatly, and I put his on the couch, and I put me and my kids' clothes away because this is our home. We staying.
Yeah.
But you got to go. But I'm not going to just bag up all your dirty clothes and send you on your way. Like, no, they were all clean.
That's beautiful.
All folded and neatly placed. And here you go, and, you welcome, sir. I ain't never get a thank you, but you welcome.
That's okay. The Lord gave you.
God had me. And I never lacked. The day he walked out the house. In fact, God is a God of abundance and multiplying, like he did with Job, that I noticed that I was able to not only support the household, pay my bills, I was also able to have more in my savings than I had ever had when I was married. And I said, now, wait a minute. Now, how this happened? I said, it ain't like my pay changed, the same job.
Yeah.
But God is a God who can do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we could think or imagine. And I was like, oh. So I was putting all that into him, and I was supposed to be putting it to you.
The whole time.
Girl, when I tell you.
The whole time.
Revolutionized my life. I said, okay. Well, Lord, I'm starting to get it now.
Yes, you understand the frequency.
I'm starting to get it now.
Him, he put everybody in position. Yeah, that's so good. What do you think were some of the temptations you had to endure to stay the course?
Girl, well, one of them was, one of the things I also vowed to God is that I would not remove my wedding ring until the divorce. If there was a divorce, because there was a time where I just knew we were going to be restored. But I said, Lord, if we're going to be divorced, I'm going to keep my wedding ring on. I'm going to honor my vows regardless of what he's doing. I'm going to honor you, and I'm going to honor the vows that I took. And I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not about to do none of that. There's no outside person right now. I'm not even gonna indulge in that type of temptation.
Yeah.
So I was a married woman until I was not a married woman.
Same. Yeah.
I also had decided to take sex off the table during that year and a half. And that way we could really get to the authenticity of what does our marriage have when we take that out of the equation.
Ooh,
and girl, the
what
struggle
does your
is real
marriage
now.
have when you take that out of the? That's a good question for
that is.
He's in the gents married beauties.
Yeah, that is a good one. Because I want to say that there's a celebrity that does that with his wife every now and again. He said that's the best thing that they have experienced is having that time where they don't.
Yeah.
And you really just get to know the person. And then when you come back to do that, it's even more
on and popping.
Yeah, girl.
Popping. Yeah, I just had a conversation with someone about that last night. Yeah, that's so good.
Really?
So good.
Yeah, so those are the temptations. Because I mean, he still was, looking like a chocolate delight at the time. You feel me? And I still was like, I mean, technically, when you get married, that's supposed to be the point. Is like you get indulged.
The makeup sex,
girl. So yeah, the temptations was definitely there.
Yeah. Okay,
but that was what I vowed to God, and I had to. So my honoring to him was more important than the temptations that were.
Oh,
yeah.
Clock that.
I may not be even doing it right, y'all. Y'all, get your girl together. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to be relevant with y'all. I did all the look. I did the. I was like the Muppets.
And when she did it, I was like, "Oh, they changed it,
girl." No. I
changed it.
Like I changed it. Let's start a new trend. Let's start a new trend.
Oh my God. I love that we could talk about the hard things and go down all of these lanes and have joy.
Yeah.
That's healing.
Girl.
That's healing. It feels so good.
It's levels to get into the healing.
Man.
It's levels. It's levels. So how did you heal? Yeah, I was okay. I love that because I was gonna ask how did healing look for you, but I love the fact that you said that you're still healing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because what I realize is that some of that pain leads out in new connections.
Yeah.
Trust.
Yep.
When it comes to trust. When it comes to vulnerability sometimes. And when it comes to like preserving who I am.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, nope, I got this, try to self preserve. And so that impacts compromise because we see compromise as like a gateway to losing yourself.
Yep.
So
Right.
now you're trying to protect something that you're not even designed to protect.
Yeah, girl.
Like God's got you. God's got you. And so my constant healing is just grounding myself in the word. Like God's got me. God's got you.
Yeah.
God's got him.
Yeah.
That husband, but
Yeah.
sending me. He got him too.
Come on.
And he got my
Into
ex-husband
existence.
too. And
Yes.
so
that
just
part.
we're surrendering every day, waking up
Yeah.
every day in gratitude
Mhm.
of having the opportunity to be here
Yeah.
and then surrendering that day
Yeah.
back to God. Now, God, whatever you want to do.
Yes.
So what I'm thinking about
That's
doing
good.
is, but whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
your will over mine. And that that's my healing journey every day.
That's good.
You know?
That's good.
Because it's like I gotta trust, I gotta trust that
Yeah.
everyone isn't going to betray.
Mm-hmm.
And remember that when God is their center,
Mm-hmm.
then their devotion is to him.
Yeah.
And so they're ultimately going to be trustworthy.
Right.
And
Right.
so I get the benefits of it versus like I trust you and you trust me. I trust God. You trust God. I obey God. You obey God. So then we're good.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get the benefit of it from one another. And that has been a more recent transition and healing
Yeah.
that I'm really grateful for.
Good, good. Now, I like to hear that because that's very important. Hey, y'all, I know you're enjoying the episode of Beauty Told. We're going to get right back to it. But first, I have a question for you. Have you been struggling in your relationship or maybe lack thereof and just need someone you can trust to talk to? Or maybe you find yourself back in them tired, played out games and wonder, how in the world did I get here? Well, guess what? You now can book a session with me at beautytold.com and let's talk about it. Let's heal, let's grow, let's build so that way you can become your better self and that way you can attract what you are desiring and get the relationship that you so deserve. Oh, and don't forget to get your merch such as hoodies as well as mugs. Let's sip, let's talk, and let's make that positive change. We're going to become our best self and I'm going to help you to get there. So again, I have so many to choose from as far as varieties that's best suited for you. Grab the relationship coaching that's going to be that game changer for you. And I can't wait to see you there. What are you waiting for? That comes with you being in a much better space in your healing process is when you can appreciate someone who catches you off guard, by the way, because my boo, I was not looking for him. Like, and no shade to him. I had already went through somebody that I thought was the one, checked all the boxes, and then he like played me so to the left. And I was like, oh, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I was like, Lord, I'm just not going to even worry about dating right now.
Yes.
If you bring me the person, I'm not going to shoot them away.
Yes.
And that's exactly what he did. And when he came, he changed my mind to understand that, wow, it could be better than what I had been through before.
It can be safe.
It can be safe. When I tell you that I feel like Cardi B's album, Fire, by the way, I love my girl. She doing her darn thing, okay? My favorite song is Safe because I felt it, because I remember distinctly at one point, and this was showing some insecurities of my ex-husband because he would always be like, oh, you just you don't want to be with me, you want to be with somebody that got money. And I'm like, what? Money? I don't need his money. I need the things that money can't buy.
That part.
I need a man that can be loyal, faithful. Like, those things don't cost. They just cost you actually sacrificing the temptations out here to give it to me. And so when her lyrics said, I don't need a rich dude, I just need someone to make me feel safe. That is all us gents. Simple things. Yeah, please, you just do it for me, girl. Okay, thank you. And don't come for me, y'all. I know I did it wrong. Okay, I felt it in my spirit as the more I kept doing it. I'm not gonna do it no more. I'm just not gonna do it no more. I'm just not gonna do it no more. But seriously,
tell the fellas,
just gents, I got y'all. Listen, it is the simple things. Whatever she is asking for, I promise y'all. I told y'all in this episode, what was it? Love does love cost? You don't have to have the money. If the money is, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the faithful, the loyal, the caring, the gentleness,
patience,
the
fruits of the spirit. Just go to Galatians in the Bible, look up fruit of the spirit.
Come on, Stephanie.
We're looking for the fruit of the spirit.
Yes, that's it. It don't have to
Kindness.
cost.
Mm.
Yeah.
Communication.
Communicate. Just give me the if the dress don't look right on me, tell me. It's okay, but you
Yeah.
can say it in a way that you ain't gotta hurt my feelings all
Yes.
like that. Make me want to burn the dress. But just tell me and let's work through it. That's it. It don't take a lot of money. The money could mean less to us ladies. I'm telling you, as beauties, we don't need the money.
Yeah.
We need you. We need the authentic you. We need the loyal
Mm.
and considerate of you.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
And
That's
for you to
it.
be real with you so you can be real with us,
That's
And
it.
we know that it's hard. Like, this is not a male bashing situation. Women do these things to men too.
Oh, so true.
Men divorce women
So
too.
true.
And so I never want any gents or beauties,
Yeah.
all her whole team. I love y'all. Thanks for supporting her. To feel any kind of way. Like, pain is pain, heartbreak is heartbreak. And if we're all real and honest with who we are, take the time to discover who we are, embrace it, and move from that place, it'll be a lot more peaceful in love, in
Yeah.
friendship. And so we encourage you to do that.
Yeah.
We encourage you to do that. All of us. I'm doing it.
Oh yeah. Same.
I'm doing it.
Same. And I will say that, and I want to ask you this too, because and then maybe I'll answer. We'll see. But what was some lessons? Maybe I'll answer. We'll see. What was the biggest lesson you learned about you that maybe you could have did differently that you can now take that into your next relationship that you maybe didn't realize when you were in the midst of your marriage?
Oh, so good.
Girl, and I be trying, y'all.
So good. Okay, let's see the lessons about me.
Mm-hmm.
I was very impatient.
Yeah.
I was impatient.
Okay. That's all right to say
Yeah,
now.
I was
It's all right.
impatient. And in that season of like very low patience, my
Yeah.
tolerance became low.
Very.
And then I began to want to rush things. And I moved from a spirit of desperation. And so I'm in moving from a spirit of desperation because I'm impatient. And really that's coming from lack.
Yep.
That's being used to living from a place of lack.
Yeah.
I moved too fast sometimes. I didn't give room for growth, for innovation. It was like, okay, I'll do it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
That might
Okay,
be a
I'll do it.
female
Okay,
thing.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. And that became a source of confrontation.
Yeah.
I would say I did not accept him for who he was.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to, constantly encourage him to be something better or more or grow, right? These are the words we use. Y'all know y'all be saying, I'm trying to help you grow. You're trying to change that man.
Yes.
You're trying to change that man. Stop lying.
Yep. That's true. And if
I
they're
wanna help
not
you
ready
grow.
for it, yeah.
And so, one thing my ex-husband told me, he said, listen, I am who I am. My dad is who he's been. I am who I am. Is that enough? If that's not enough for you, go find someone else. Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is telling. Right. And I'm trying to get you to be someone different.
Yeah.
How disrespectful.
Right.
Instead of just accepting who he was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so pay like a patience, trying to change him
No.
and disguise it as growth, because that's what I thought.
Wow.
I thought I knew better. And then the third one, not being who I was all the time, if I felt like it was displeasing to him.
Okay.
So changing myself to be more digestible to him.
Wow.
And that also created confrontation within myself.
Yeah.
So now I'm bitter and resentful towards you for not digesting who I am.
Yeah.
And then me shrinking. That was all me.
Girl, yeah.
That was
I'd have been the shrinking point.
That was all me though.
Yeah.
Because if I was patient, right, I would have been able to see things more clearly for myself, for him, and our relationship.
Wow.
If I was more accepting of who he was, I wouldn't have put pressure on him to grow. And then if I loved myself and was true to myself and didn't shrink myself, I could have understood if he accepted me for who I was.
Right.
And I accepted me for who I was. And if that's where I was supposed to be sooner.
Wow. And you know what? And we're not alone. You know what I mean?
No.
All of us. And I think it comes with the maturity and the growth of you to to look at yourself in the mirror and realize some of the things like, oh, yeah, that wasn't a good trait at all.
No,
You know what I mean? And I tell people all the time, like, in my marriage, like, it didn't just fall apart just solely off of him.
right.
Oh, I played a role in it
Oh, me
now.
too.
I
Me
did.
too.
But it helped me once God really sat me down and helped me to show me because I was naive to the fact of that I felt like I was perfect, in a sense. I will.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with me. But yeah, no, it's some things that, can even stem all the way back to your childhood. So
Oh, yeah.
you brought up the traumas that you could have endured in your earlier years that you didn't realize you brought into the marriage and you didn't face that thing beforehand.
Mhm.
And now you're trying to do it in the midst of it, or maybe not willing to do it like I was. I wasn't willing to do it.
Mm.
And it caused a rift in our marriage for sure,
Yeah.
but that's the growth and the maturity that you guys have to experience to take accountability. Accountability
That part.
is huge, man. It's
Yeah.
huge. It helped me realize it wasn't just him.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
can't take accountability when you're always trying to force someone else to take accountability.
Yeah, because you're
You
doing
know what I
this.
mean?
You know what I
Yes, pointing, pointing, pointing.
mean?
When accountability can be inspired,
Yeah. It can.
and it's actually way better.
Yeah.
Like be accountability, right? When people say be accountable, you need to be accountable. Why don't you exist as an accountable person, right? Stephanie exists as an accountable person. Brittany exists
Mhm.
as an accountable person, and that inspires someone to walk in accountability,
Yeah.
and it becomes contagious.
It does.
And I definitely wasn't that wife,
No.
but I am that wife now.
You better say that, girl. No,
What
forget
my husband?
I'm gonna click with
I
my
like,
snap.
I like
I'm just gonna go with the snaps, okay?
snaps.
Like the poetry, I am working on poetry.
Okay,
Like
poetic
the sort of yeah. We just gonna go with that, okay? I can be safe with the snaps. So no, I agree with you 100%. And now the lessons, because I don't feel like it was a complete loss. It was lessons to be learned in that situation, in that marriage, that I can now have been able to change
Yes.
and transform into a new creature, which the Bible speaks about transformation.
Yes.
So that way I can be better for the husband that he has for me.
Yes.
Not who Brittany has for Brittany.
Yes.
But for who God has for Brittany. And that's so much better because like you said, it would just authentically and just organically just be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me and my guy haven't been together for a year just off of hopes and dreams and wishing. And we really have done the work on ourselves because he used to be married too.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, I
That
feel like
we may need to talk about that because the ex-husband with the ex-wife.
now, yeah.
Yeah, because it's something like the divorce community, we're different.
Yeah.
Different creatures.
Yeah.
We date different too.
We do, and it's no shade, no shade to nobody. But now we're being intentional. We're paying attention
Yes.
to the red flags. They're no longer beautiful red hearts. We're paying attention to the actual red triangles that are flagging and waving and doing all the crazy.
All in your face.
Yeah, girl, all in the face. Okay, probably is on fire in my face. Okay, I'm paying attention this time. Okay,
Smoke alarms.
yes, girl. Listen, our antennas are here. Okay,
Yeah.
we are now paying attention to those things, seeing what it doesn't go with what we have going on. We may have different future intentions. We may have different opinion when it comes to who is your Lord and Savior. Do you have a relationship?
Yeah.
Those now are very vital for me.
Same.
And communication, insecurities, because I will say, and I hope that my ex-husband is, taking accountability and figuring those things out. But insecurities, no, I'm not dealing with that no more. If you're insecure, if you got insecurities, bless you, God bless you.
Yeah.
I pray nothing but peace over you, and I hope that you find your way. But I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't be walking on eggshells hoping that I don't tick you off, that you think that every time Dick and Harry want me. And if they do, you need to have faith and trust in me to know that I ain't falling for the temptation. You know what I mean?
And be proud.
Yeah.
Like, okay, babe.
Right. Come
You did good. You still got it.
Yes.
And we'll do the same for them.
That's it. That's it. So we date differently now. I think you couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
Like, we now know what we want. We now know what we are looking for, what we don't want. And
need.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What they bring to the table and what we bring to the table is like, oh, we about to feast. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we about to feast. Okay.
Multiply.
Yes. Come on. Yes, that's it. I love it. The multiplication.
Yes, we have to.
And that's how you know that you're definitely, this is what God has for you, because even the Bible speaks about the multiplication, whether it started from the Garden of Eden to, all throughout the Bible, you've seen the multiplications that he did for so many of them in the Bible.
Yes.
So why wouldn't he do it for me? Why wouldn't he do it for you? Why wouldn't he do it for you? So, oh, I love
See,
this.
I mean, I'm kind of locked
Yes,
in.
girl.
Because I met a guy. Well, I didn't meet a guy. I didn't meet a guy. I've always known a guy. Honestly.
Give me a
No, it ain't no tea. That's it. That's it. That's
Okay,
to be
we gonna leave
continued.
with a cliffhanger. She gonna do us like that, y'all. It's all right.
And so I kind of had a, did you see I left? I kind of left. I was like in my head, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You did. I just thought you was just taking in what we
I
was
was
talking about.
taking
But you
it
was
in.
taking it in and thinking about that boo thing. I know what
Just
you was
like
doing,
what you
girl.
were saying is just so applicable.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful. More to
Yeah.
come.
And then that's the beauty. I'm glad that you were experiencing the same thing. There is greater after. So you guys, you do not have to settle. You do not have to
Yeah.
think that you have to stay in a situation just because it's been 5-7 years that you've been with this person. Like, it's okay
Yeah.
to walk away. It's okay to hurt and grieve the walking away.
Grieve.
Please grieve.
You
Please
must
get it out.
Or you're gonna grieve in the bed with somebody else, and that's real.
That's the worst one. Yeah.
Bleeding all over them.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
got them all hopes as high that things.
Yes.
And they're just the rebound.
And got them trying to patch you up.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's not fair.
Let's do things right. Let's do things, in order, and let's do what we need to do to be a better us.
Yes.
And then so that way you could be a better you for that person and that individual. So
good.
Yeah, girl.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love this.
Well,
Thank
wait,
y'all.
listen now. Wait a minute. She ain't off the hook, because I got one daunting question I have to ask. And then don't forget we got what's the tea now?
I thought the
So
what's
don't
the
y'all
tea was
forget,
a daunting question.
No. You already know. You already know. So I have to ask, and y'all already know what it is.
Oh, okay. I do. I think I do. Okay. I think I do. Okay.
So, Miss Stephanie Lewis.
I do know.
Yeah, you should know that, girl.
I know. I watch it.
After all that we have said, after all that you have been through, as all the glowing and growing that you have experienced, what makes you beautiful?
What makes me beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
The spirit of the Lord that shines through me.
Okay.
The spirit of the Lord that shines through me. Through my peace.
Yeah.
Through my smile. Through the words that I say. Through my brokenness, despite my brokenness. Through my healing. The spirit of the Lord, the light of the Lord that shines through my forgiveness. Ah, man, through my love.
Yeah.
And just my belief that there is beauty.
That's right.
After. And now what you said, that there is beauty after. Yeah. The spirit of the Lord, the light of the Lord that shines through me is what makes me beautiful.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And once again, y'all don't disappoint. It's always a different answer. And I love that one.
Yeah.
That one is beautiful. And hence, what makes you beautiful just got fulfilled once again, girl. You did that.
So grateful.
Oh, listen, I appreciate you, of course. I knew this was going to be good. And then I feel like we gotta probably have a part 2, because there was some other things I wanted to talk about that we just gonna have to come back to
anytime.
And guys, tell me how y'all feel. How did you guys love this episode? How did it touch you in one or several ways? Are you experiencing something similar? Do you need some help and guidance? Because my girl is out here and she making sure, like, I don't think you're talking about your.
I know, I did it.
Yeah, like,
I know. I was so present. Okay, I didn't. I barely did. Okay, you can find me at the Perspective Liaison on Instagram or at Divorce Not Destroyed. So it is a community. I had a lot of dreams and thoughts about it. God is reordering and restructuring, but follow, like, DM me. I do provide family therapy, group therapy, individual therapy, couples therapy, and I do a lot of public speaking and training on all things healing, especially when it comes to relationship, identity, and faith. And so that is me, the perspective liaison, and I'm so excited.
Yes.
So I forgot to plug myself in.
I like, because I was trying to run it back, and I'm like, wait, what am I running back to? She ain't telling them. She telling people
I'm
that
just
she
here,
is.
y'all. I'm just
She
here.
is doing a darn thing, and she is making sure that not only that you are, steadily healing for yourself, but you are helping others to be able to
Yeah.
experience the same. And I think that that is a wonderful change that everybody needs to be able to promote healthiness and growth.
Yes.
And I mean, it just makes it a better place for all, so we
Mhm.
need that, more of that. So make sure you guys tap in with my girl,
Yeah.
lock in with her. If you have questions, DM her. If you need a session,
Yes.
definitely make sure you book her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and okay, I ain't let you off the hook yet.
Okay.
So
We got the tea.
we got this. So
We get some
y'all loving this segment. I am too. So
It's
what's
so good.
the tea? So yet again, guys, I have another person who is experiencing something where they need a little guidance. They need some help.
Okay.
And we are going to be ones to go ahead and give it to them.
I love this.
I know, girl. So listen, give us even more reason to get more comfy on this.
Yes.
All right, let's see what they talking about. So, dear Britt, my ex just popped back up in my DMs talking about let's be friends. We haven't talked in months. He's the one who broke things off with me, and now he's acting like nothing happened. Part of me misses him, understandable, but the other part is like, sir, what are your intentions? Do you think it's ever smart to be friends with an ex? Or should I leave this one in the past?
Ooh.
Girl.
That is good and clear.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just break this down, huh?
Yeah, we just go and we gonna give it like we ain't gonna
Yeah, of course.
we got y'all. We
Yeah.
gonna give y'all
Yeah.
but what's your thoughts? So I'm gonna tell you my thoughts now, but I wanna hear from Miss Divorce Not Destroyed.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So I have questions.
Yeah.
I have questions.
It's only so much that can really tell us.
Yeah, because were y'all friends first? Right? And so I think we have to be careful about like friends and partners and relationships, right?
Yeah.
So I hear that your ex-boyfriend wants to be your friend. That make sense. That doesn't make any sense. Friends are friends no matter what, right? So to have to come back, that doesn't necessarily sound like he wants to be friends, but it sounds like he wants access. Girl, sounds like he wants access. It also sounds like you already know the answer, boo. You already know the answer. That's why you said, sir. Anytime you come circle back with a sir, you already know the answer. So my recommendation is trust yourself because you already know the answer. You hit it with the sir. That means no.
Sir.
That means no. Sir is a no.
Yeah.
That's what you said. So feel empowered in what your decision is. 3, are y'all friends? That's a question you can ask yourself. Are we even friends, or does this person want access? And then you decide. So do I think that it is good for exes to come back and try to be friends? I think that it is normal for exes to want to come back and have access to you.
Yep.
I think that the question to yourself is this your homie though?
Yeah.
Or is it just your ex?
Ooh. All right, now how am I supposed? Okay, maybe I should have thought this.
It's the therapist.
Should have thought this twice. Maybe I should have went first.
No, every contribution is important.
No, that was good. I feel like you definitely said a lot. So me reading it, that was definitely the first thing that I was thinking is, and the only reason why I can really answer this is because I had this almost like distinctly happen with me. Like
Really?
crazy.
Of
Like
course.
he broke it off with me. Now I know he probably had regrets after because I mean, no, it's like,
Beauty.
I just play it, but no, but for real,
Yeah.
and he blocked me and everything. Like it was a whole thing, and I was like, "You want to block me?" For me, that is like the ultimate insult. Like, oh, you want to like me? Okay, 2 can play that game. Okay, y'all seen the Vivica Fox movie? That's one of my favorite movies.
I love that movie.
Love it.
It's so good.
It talks a lot about emotional intelligence if you really like pay attention to it. So I'm like, okay, well, you gonna block me? I'm gonna block you too. So we have been blocked for months.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, I keep getting this private number hit me back to back to back to back. I'm like, who is this calling me? So I finally answered just out of curiosity of who keeps calling me. And then it's me like, Brittany, why you got me blocked? And I'm like, who is this? You know, because it's supposed to be forever. And you're like, you know who this is? This is such and such. And I'm like,
sir.
I'm like, right, it's the sir for me, girl. I'm gonna have to get a shirt to say that. I said, oh, I said, well, because I was blocked. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, like that was so long ago. Da, da, da. So you know, they revisit because they definitely want to have access. Now, here's where I would say
Access.
this is where you can change. You can switch it up. You can flip the script on them.
Okay.
Is you let them know straightforward. Depends on how you broke up too. Because if it was ugly, I wouldn't even they wouldn't even actually been able to have access to me because you wouldn't have been able to get through. You would have been blocked for sure if it was nasty.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say you guys, you know, you ended things. He broke it off with you, okay, and y'all went y'all 1-2 way. But the way that you flip the script is that if that's what he really wants to be is friends, then that's exactly what you about to be as friends. Hey, I don't mind being cool with you. I don't mind us, you know, rocking out or whatever, but it's strictly friends.
Yeah.
Because I am dating with the intentions of finding my person.
Yeah.
So if you really want to be friends like you say you do, we're gonna put it to the test and we're gonna see. Because that's what I end up doing with the guy that, you know, that called me private and, you know, and everything else. I'm like, okay. He was like, you know, take my number off of block and blah, blah, blah. Okay, if I do all this, okay, you do know that we are just friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nothing more, nothing less. Now, I will say that he had tried multiple times to be more than friends. So they will still test you.
It's access.
They will still test you. So it goes down to the access part. So if you really want to be bothered with the foolishness, that's up to you. But ultimately, they want to have access. They want to know that they can still have you to a certain degree and be able to still reach you. And it's not saying that they're going to try it again. Now, if they try it again, the only way that you can really know if they really going to be true and faithful, you put them to tests. Whatever y'all maybe went through. If he was always being inconsistent, then you test to see if he really changed and he's going to be consistent this time. If you really do want to change it from friends to, you know, maybe, you know, the whole Nelly and Ashanti thing makes everybody want to spin the block again.
Yeah.
Let's make sure that it's worth it to spin the block again. So is this person really, truly, intentionally trying to get you back and win you back with the intentions of being a better man?
Oh, that's good.
So,
okay. Opportunity.
Yeah. So we'll see. I guess it could be worth the opportunity, but yes, definitely do what we said.
Yes.
Okay.
Both.
Do what we saying because he might be trying to play the game, but you can flip the script and you can have the ball in your court. So that's what I would say about that.
I love that.
Yeah,
see what she's talking about.
We did that.
That was good. So that's the T.
That's that's me snapping my fingers, y'all. Because I'm not doing no more. Okay, not clocking T. I don't know how to do it. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Thank you so much for being a good sport and, you know, telling us what's the tea. And not only that, but, you know, just your transparency throughout the whole entire episode. So it can help somebody heal, grow, and really go in the right direction towards finding the person that is better suited for them in the season that they're going into. You know what I mean?
Yes, their person.
Their person. Yes. Their rightfully God-appointed person.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, y'all. And if y'all love what was going on with What's the Tea, make sure y'all also book with your girl, your certified relationship coach.
Yeah.
I got y'all. So whether it's dating that you're having some struggle with, it's just the singleness. Maybe it's the loneliness in the singleness. Is it if I'm ever going to get out of this singleness? Whatever it is you're going through, if it's your relationship you have some issues with. Heck, me and Stephanie, we pretty much, we know it all and done it all. We can help y'all. Yes. Okay?
Yes.
So make sure y'all tap in with the both of us. Maybe we all have to team up sometimes and do some things, girl. Because, you know.
Oh, let's have it.
Let's suit up and boot up and let's do this tag team this.
I love it.
Okay? So, love you guys so much. I appreciate every share, every comment, every subscriber. And make sure y'all tap into the next episode. And of course, as always, let's make a change.